thousands of years, the Sahara wasn't a desert. It was a paradise. Lakes the size of small countries, forests stretching across the horizon. Elephants, hippos, and humans lived here as if it were Eden. So what happened? How did the largest desert on Earth go from green to hell? This is the forgotten story of the Green Sahara and the violent climate shift that erased entire civilizations. 6,000 years ago, the Sahara looked nothing like today. Satellite scans reveal ancient riverbeds hidden beneath the sand. Archaeologists have found tools, pottery, human skeletons, and rock art showing giraffes and fishermen carved into stone walls. You don't carve a fish if you live in a desert. You carve it because you lived beside the water. The Sahara was alive. Every 20 to 25,000 years, Earth's orbit tilts slightly. This small wobble changes how much sunlight hits North Africa. More sunlight means stronger monsoon rains. Stronger rains mean lakes, grasslands, and forests. During the last Green Sahara period, rainfall increased by 300%. Lake Chad grew so massive it was almost the size of Germany. Rivers connected across the continent. Animals migrated freely from Central Africa into what is now pure sand. And humans weren't just surviving, they were thriving. They built permanent settlements. They fished, hunted, and herded cattle. They created rock art showing boats, music, dance, and spiritual rituals. Some of these communities were as advanced as early Nile Valley cultures. Before Egypt built its pyramids, the Sahara had its own flourishing societies. But paradise never lasts. Then the orbit shifted again. Monsoons weakened, rainfall collapsed. Within centuries, lakes dried into dust. Rivers disappeared underground. Grasslands shriveled into sand. Imagine watching your world die piece by piece. Families forced to abandon villages. Animals migrating south. Dust storms swallowing everything. The Sahara was transforming, not over millions of years, but within a single lifetime. As the land died, its people fled. Some moved west into what is now Mali and Senegal. Others traveled east into the Nile Valley. Egyptian civilization didn't rise in isolation. The collapse of the Green Sahara pushed entire populations toward the Nile, strengthening farming, culture, and trade, and helping spark the rise of early African kingdoms. By 2000 BCE, the Sahara was gone. The last lakes dried out. Sand dunes rose like mountains. The largest hot desert on Earth was once a world of life, color, and abundance. And here's the twist, it will happen again. We're currently in the dry phase, but Earth's orbit will shift again in about 10 to 12,000 years. When that happens, monsoon rains will return, and the Sahara will bloom back to life. Not fiction, not theory. Inevitable. The Sahara wasn't always a desert. It was a paradise lost to time, buried under mountains of sand. And one day, it will rise again.